So my name is Alfredija Lezama, also known as Lexius or Lexi, and I'm 28. I live in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I have a beautiful 7-year-old. Okay, I had to have like a mom moment. Okay. And I have like the most supportive boyfriend ever, Marlon Church. I don't have a big picture of him. He's gonna see this. I'm sorry, babe. You're this big in my heart. I don't have a big picture. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, I got started into fitness after I had my son. He was maybe about a little bit over 1, and I was doing that whole I have all this weight because I was pregnant thing, and I got tired. Like, all I would do was just complain about everything. I would just hate the way I looked, hate the way clothes fit, hate the way I couldn't breathe all the time, hate the way I couldn't keep up with them crawling on the floor. So one day I just sat up and I was like, that's it. I gotta do something. And I'm like, even if I do something, it's more than me doing nothing, which is what I was doing, complaining. And fast forward, I started, doing stuff when he took his naps and everything like that. Then 2008, I remember seeing a Oxygen magazine with Alicia Marie on the cover. She was in a green bikini, and it caught my attention because they were being honest about weight loss and being fit and just being healthy as a whole, not the whole lose 10 pounds in 10 days and fit into a size 2 from a size 18 in 3 weeks type deal, which is bullshit. But I believed it. But whatever. I just felt that this was real and I followed it. So I picked it up and I followed their diet plans in the magazine and their exercise tips, and I bought my first pair of dumbbells because I was scared to go in a gym, and I trained at home for 1 whole year and then decided to enter in my first figure competition a year later, and I won first place. Like, how awesome is that, right? Okay. And then that kind of like that's where I started. So it was just me competing. I fell in love with the stage, competed, trained myself, entered in like transformation contests to, motivate myself, did that, made I made it to nationals on my own. My first national was Team NPC Team Universe, and I got 6th place my first national show, which is awesome. And, I'm doing all that. Meanwhile, I'm in a relationship that isn't the best. It's stressful. There was some emotional abuse, things like that, and I took it because my self-esteem was still kind of battered, and it's just I don't know why. It just was. And I had struggled before with other things such as like bulimia and things like that. So I don't think my self-esteem really healed over the years, and me being in that type of relationship didn't help it either. I didn't really think that, even though I was doing these things for myself, I didn't think that I was motivating for other people. Why would people listen to me? Why should I be giving other people advice? And who am I to, build somebody else up? That's the type of mindset I had, even though I was getting myself into all of these, changing my body appearance just so I can feel better. So, long story short, I leave that relationship after, realizing that I am worth more than what I had previously believed. And I realized after I got divorced that I was using fitness as a way to kind of escape things. Like, not fitness. I was using competing as a way to escape things. And competing became life. Like, it was my son, and then there was competing. And I didn't know anything else. Like, I only knew that life, which is crazy. Because when I started, it was about the lifestyle. Somewhere in between there and everything that I was going through, I chose competing to help me, like to deal with things. And that's not, I believe it shouldn't be that way. Now I'm just living the lifestyle, and if I want to compete again later, I will, because I'm able to, but I don't want to compete so I can stay fit, if that makes any sense. Now, that's my story. That is where I am now, and I am literally loving all of it. Like, fitness is bomb. Like, fitness is life. It is the best thing, and I'm falling in love with it all over again, and just relearning everything, and just taking care of yourself and having that feeling. It's good, which leads me over into 1stPhorm. Okay, I discovered 1stPhorm about 2 years ago when I entered in their, well, my first, not their first, but my first athlete search. And this was my first introduction into the company. So I'm going in with the thoughts of, just like every, other athlete search, you want to get your name in there, and, you have your fitness resume and have them evaluate you based on how many followers you have and who's saying what about you and how many trophies have you taken home, and, basically a money. Like, they're putting a price on you if you're going to be able to sell their stuff, pretty much. And that's it. Like, I know it's a business, there's a business side to it, but I mean, that's it. That's all they care about. And this is the same mentality I had when I first came into 1stPhorm. Whoa, like, was I wrong in the best way? Because 1stPhorm is so far from that. It's just awesome. I didn't know that I would have this sense of family and the sense of unity, and me being a legion of boomer would have any effect on the way I live my life. Like, so much motivation, so much inspiration to just keep going. There's so many people with so many different stories and so many different backgrounds, but the one thing that we can all say that we have in common is that we keep pushing. We keep pushing and we keep going, and we don't give up, and we never settle. And it's not just a tagline. That's life. We don't do it. You keep going. We pick each other up. We all have down days, but this company and the people I talk to in it, it's the one place that I know I can go as far as strangers are concerned, where I can just share, and it's safe. And it's not about who looks the best, who can land a magazine cover, and it doesn't matter. You can be on your second day not knowing if you want to eat brown rice or white rice, or if that even matters, or whatever, from somebody who's just about that life, who's been in it for years and years and looks like they could be on the cover of Flex magazine. Like, it doesn't matter. We're all together, and there's no divide, which is amazing. And then you have people like Andy Frisella, who is the front runner in all of this, who could easily be like, well, I have all these people, they're going to follow me, I can just spit out whatever I want to, and I have enough people now where they'll just follow. They'll do whatever I say because it's awesome, and I build my brand, and they're going to follow me, and that's it. And he could, but he doesn't. He cares, and he shows us that he cares, and he just wants to give back, and it's a it just makes you want to give. Even if that's the type of person that you were, you always strive to do more. And that's what's happened to me. I've always cared about people, and I've always wanted to motivate, and me being a part of 1stPhorm, I believe I can. And that's something you can't buy anywhere. You can't get this type of unity and community going into GNC or going into the gym. I was telling my boyfriend this, that when I put on the shirt, this logo, and somebody else is wearing it, it's like, hey, like, head nod, like, hey, how you doing? Some people, sometimes they stop and talk to you and, see how you're doing, what kind of workout you're going to do in the gym. That doesn't happen with Nike. That doesn't happen with Adidas. It doesn't happen with any other brand that you're wearing on your shirt, because they don't have what we have. And it's so unspoken. It's like the loudest silence ever, and it's awesome. So again, I'm rambling. I had this whole thing prepared, and I'm just talking now. Okay. I think that I would be a great addition to the family in terms of an athlete or ambassador, because like I tell people, if I don't win, I'm representing, because there's really nothing else after 1stPhorm. Like, no, I'm not. From now, I can honestly sit here and say that I am in it so much more than just, to be an athlete, just to be an ambassador, just, wear the logo and get free shit. It's not even about that. Like, I'm so happy for the people that get it, and I'm still happy because I'm a part of the family. I'm still a part of this, despite my title in, you know, the 1stPhorm company. It doesn't matter. So, got kind of sidetracked. I think that I would be a great athlete for 1stPhorm and or ambassador, because 1stPhorm mirrors who I believe to be. There's just honesty and transparency, and I just try to be myself. I try to pick people up, and I try my best to let people know that I've been there. I never for once have ever made anybody feel that they can't do something, or that they're at some type of level where they're like, oh, it's too late. Like, what is that? I hate that. It's too late for me. And, you know, I don't care. Life is life. You only have one, and you can do whatever you want to do, and you just need motivation and be inspired, and you can pick somebody up and do that. That's awesome. That's 1stPhorm. 1stPhorm is all of those things in a brand. And it's more than just their supplements. It's more than, you know, just them posting. It's this feeling that I can't even begin to describe. It's so hard for me to try to put this into words, what 1stPhorm is. And if you want to break it down into supplements, like, they care about what they put in our bodies, which says a lot, because you have a lot of companies that give you shit, but they can get away with it because they're a big name brand, which is bullshit. So I appreciate that 1stPhorm is honest, and they care, and they take time to develop these products to get us to the goals that we have, whatever goal that may be. They want to make sure that we're reaching it, and that we can get there the best and healthiest way possible. And then you have people that they bring on board, which is so far from the whole traditional sense of this whole the fitness industry look, if you will. And it's just amazing what is happening right under our nose, and it's amazing to be a part of it. And if I could be an athlete or an ambassador and just represent, that's more than, you know, what I'm already doing, which would happen anyway. That'd just be awesome. Just to say I'm an athlete and this is what I do, and I'm an ambassador and this is what I do. It's just awesome. So, I mean, that's it. That's me. And like I said, regardless of what happens, I'm not giving, y'all are stuck with me. So you remember my face, because I'm posting, tagging, hashtagging, letting the world know how awesome you guys are. And I don't need anything back. I'm giving so much good just by spreading your name. It's awesome. Everybody needs to know about you guys. But I think that's why I would be a great addition to the team. And I love you guys. Check me out later.